Hey guys, what's up? It is Zury, aka the Diamond Ore Creeper here, and today I have to show you a whole bunch of really cool tricks I discovered that you can do by forcing minecarts inside of blocks. So let's get started. So the first one that I want to show you is an Enderman Farm that I have created, which, as you can see, is right here. These dispensers are filled with Enderman spawn eggs, and if you come down here, it's a very cool system. Now, I have here hoppers, of course, and I've set this up so that as the Endermen fall, they will immediately die as soon as they land here. So this is not the XP farm model that a lot of you are familiar with. However, if I come back here and do this, oops, sorry for the noise, it puts forward a whole bunch of half slabs, which make sure that the Endermen are down to one hit, and then I can kill them just by clicking, and then I get their XP. Now, what's really great about this system is even on this mode or the other mode, when I'm running back and forth here, I will never collect a single Ender Pearl. Not a single one. Every single one will be collected and moved down here to these chests. Oh, don't know how that got in there. But as you can see, all the Ender Pearls from my previous testing have made their way down these chests to here. So, the way that this works is that inside these blocks of quartz here are hoppers in minecarts. So, let me just show you how I did this. So, if you will ignore the nonsense that is my test world behind us, I will now show you how I did this. So, you can use any type of rail. I personally like to use powered rails because they do not curve. I don't have to worry about TNT going off or redstone being activated by them, so I like to use powered rails for this. So what you need to do is you need to place them in two orientations, one like this and one like this. Now you'll notice that the rails will place in the same orientation, even though you are facing different directions. Now this is important because in order to do this, it's directional. You can only do this in one direction as the game is now. So what you need to do is you need to take a minecart and place it down. What you will find is you will get the two minecarts facing the same direction, but when you destroy the rails, they will be facing the other direction. Now this is important because from this point, without manually turning the carts, which is very difficult to do and have them still lined up perfectly with the blocks, they're going to stay in this orientation no matter what. So you need to build your machine facing this orientation. The reason you can't do it the other way, I'm going to show you now. So, the reason you cannot build this the other direction, or at least I've not figured out a good way to do it, if you guys have, I would love for you to post it in the comments or write me a video response or anything. That would be great if you guys could figure this out. But the reason that I figured out why this does not work is if you place down rails like this, oh, I already had a minecart, whatever though, and if you place one minecart down like this, and it falls like this, and then another one like this, and then another one like this, they push each other out of the way. They make this sound, which means that they're constantly moving while this is happening. You can hear the minecart sounds if you listen carefully. And that does not work. One, because it's rather annoying to have to listen to this sound all the time, and two, because now they no longer line up with the blocks. This one's lined up with the blocks. This one's edge is, but then it just, eventually, they'll just keep pushing each other out of the way, and there will be some drops that do not get lined up. So the only way to do this is to build it in this orientation. You place down a rail, knock it off. Place down another one, knock it off. Place down another one, knock it off. And they are all in line with each other and in line with the blocks. So that's how I built this, and this is a very, very cool design. But now I'm going to show you some other things that I did that I think are equally as awesome. So over here, what I have is a system of minecarts that have been pushed into blocks. Now this is basically a storage room. These are minecarts and chests, and if you click on the block here, it will take you inside the chest to access them. So now this is a really, really great system for storage rooms because you can clearly see the block type: quartz, lapis, iron, gold, or butter if you prefer, redstone, emerald, and diamond. So this is a very, very, very good system for that, and something that you may be wondering is, why do I have chests back here? Now, a lot of you are probably saying at this point, well, yeah, but one minecart is not enough for what I need. I need at least a double chest of stuff. So, if this is the case, I have the solution. What you do is you simply take a hopper and you pump it into the back of that block. You can then fill this chest with the same item creepy. Okay, you then fill this chest with the same item, and then you can access this chest like this, and as soon as you remove one, it would get put back. So that allows you to have more, in fact, more than a double chest of goods in each of these by using that hopper trick. And yet it being, you know, very organized, you can take as many as you need and just wait for them to flow back in if you need, let's say, a whole chest, which would be, you know, very strange for anyone to need an entire chest of anything. And it's very organized, it's very good, I really like this design. So the next thing I'm going to show you is right here. Now this is a bomb-proof chest. Now it's a little bit thicker because it has to be made of obsidian, and you cannot push obsidian with pistons. So the way that you have to do this is like this. What you need to do is you need to come down and get, where is it, obsidian, and rails. Now these have to be regular rails. Then you also need to get a minecart with a chest. So the way you have to do this is you have to place down a block. Oh, sorry, messed up. You need to place down 3 rails so that this rail becomes curved here. Come, remove this block, place a block here, 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 here. Okay, you then place your chest in a minecart and let it go. So it might take a few tries to get just right, but you can correct it by pushing it. Now what you'll see is that the top of the chest sticks out of the block. Now this is an issue, but that will fall down to regular ground height pretty quickly. A way that you can modify this so it happens instantly is you can log out and log back in, so I'm going to do that now. And you will quickly see that every chest in the entire world was up there, and then they all fall back down very quickly. So now what you have is this here. So then from here, the way that you can do this is you place these blocks here, and these blocks up here. But make sure before you did this, I actually made a mistake. What you have to do is you have to make sure that this chest here is on top of obsidian. It's rolling the ground underneath it here, underneath these blocks. As you can see here is grass. This needs to be obsidian. If I can, nope, I couldn't do it. Okay, so as I said, I made a mistake here. That needs to be obsidian because if someone tries to blow this up, the ground underneath will get blown up and the chest will fall down. So I'm now going to demonstrate how this is bomb-proof right here. I'm going to get out a redstone torch and some TNT. And let's do this. I'm going to blow it up in the corner so it has good area to blow up, and then another one directly in front of it. So if you watch carefully, let's take a step back. And hopefully this will work, otherwise it'll be really embarrassing. Yes, perfect. As you can see, totally fine. The chest is still, this chest is completely bomb-proof, and it blew up my Enderman Farm. Lovely. Okay, another thing you can do is you can make bomb blocks. Now, I don't know exactly if this will work the way I'm planning, but hopefully it will. What you want to do is come here, place down 2 minecarts. You'll see the shadow got a little bit darker when I did that. From this point, you want to knock that off and log out and log back in so it falls down to the ground faster. Okay, so here I am, I'm back, and this is going to fall to the ground any second. Perfect, okay. And then what you want to do is from here, you want to take blocks like this, okay? And then from here, this is the tricky part, okay? You want to come over here, knock this block out. That's just to make this easier. And you want to take a regular piston, not a sticky piston. That's important. You want to place that there, come back here, get a lever, and do that. And now from this point, if you have done everything correctly, what should happen is I should be able to bump into this and it'll blow up. Now this might not work, I'm not sure if I did this completely correctly, but let's just try it. Yes, awesome. And it blows up, so that is a very good hidden bomb. Now, you might be saying, well, yeah, but you can see it. Well, I don't know if you saw, but on the other side of this thing, you cannot see the bomb. There will only ever be one side of it where you can see the minecart. So you can just build your bomb in that direction. Someone comes over here, they walk into it, they try to mine the block, explosion. So one last thing this allows you to do is make bookshelves that can hold books. Now, if you make a big room, not every bookshelf will be able to hold the books, because like I said, you cannot place these next to each other in every orientation. You can't really place them on top of each other very easily. But some of these shelves in a library you build will be able to hold actual books. So let's build that now. So You have your chest here, you've destroyed the rail, you log out and log back in to make it fall. Okay, so for those of you who watch DocM77, I know you probably know that he really wants this, and he's been talking with Dinnerbone for this for a long time. Bookshelves that can hold books. Now, Dinnerbone has said he's going to do this, however, I don't know if it's actually going to happen, honestly, because people use bookshelves a lot for decoration. They're really nice looking, they have lots of colors, they can kind of blend any color scheme together in Minecraft. But the issue is people use them so much for decoration. If you made them tile entities, it could totally lag out someone's world. So I think for now, we're just going to have to assume that that's not going to happen and rely on this trick. Now, a trick that you have to do, I forgot to make this very clear, is that there's a minecart inside here. And when you place down this piston in the block, you need to have another block on the other side. Now, that is because of the way this works. The way this works is that when this block is being pushed, like it's not quite here, or here, it's in the middle, it is considered to be an entity by the game. The minecart is also considered to be an entity, so while this pushes, the two entities can overlap their position, and once this stops being an entity, bam, you're good, solid block, and the minecart is trapped inside the solid block. Now, the reason you need this here is because this one never moves. This block stays stationary, so this is not an entity, this is always a solid block. So when this piston pushes, the minecart cannot go into this block, it has to go into this one. If this block was not here, the minecart could have the option of just coming out this side. So let's try this, like that. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let me get grass. Oh god, what am I doing? Get this here, knock this out. And ta-da, you now have bookshelves that can hold books. Now, like I said over here before, there will be one side here that will not be able to show, and here it's the opposite side. On this side it will show, on this side it does not. It's pretty much random. You have to be willing to do it a few times in order to get the side you want correct. But even if that side is not visible, you will still be able to access the chest and put books and stuff in here. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked this tutorial. This took me a lot of time to figure out, and I really hope you enjoyed. If you found this information useful or you liked my commentary, please leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. And thank you guys for watching.